Alright, hey guys, it's Jordan again with a vlog or YouTube video on the lessons I've learned in life, focused around the issue of me fucking up every day, still to this day. I've learned to be okay with not being okay. I used to need to feel okay all the time. I used to think that I deserved to feel okay all the time, and it goes back to those expectations I was talking about in a previous video. There is something about me that needs to feel okay all the time. In the last year, I would say, I have done an extraordinary amount of work around this specific issue because it was unrealistic. And I began to learn. And I was experiencing life. And there were huge upheavals and issues and concerns and worries and failures and sadness. And every single time I would walk through that, I would think to myself, why don't I feel okay? That now I'm not feeling okay because I'm not feeling okay. It would double down on the fact that I was upset or sad or grieving or whatever it be. And it took a lot of people telling me a lot of times that, dude, you're not going to feel okay all of the time. That's not going to happen. What you need to do is be okay with not being okay. I paraphrase that much more beautifully than they did. But the reality is it's okay to not be okay. We all go through stuff. We all go through stuff that shakes us to our core. Recently, I went through something so big that I had to read a couple of books around it. I had to figure out why I wasn't okay for so long. The reality was I had some lessons to learn, man. I was hurting, and that is okay. When I can look at things with the light of it being okay that I'm not okay, somehow it takes the shame and the burden and the darkness at the end of the tunnel off so that I can see the light at the end of the tunnel and I can feel better about myself despite the fact that I feel like crap. And as most of you definitely know, all of you definitely know, life is not always going to be perfect. My life has not always been perfect. I have done plenty of things to mess my life up. Way worse than I ever thought that I would. And things have happened to me that have messed me up, messed my life up, caused some damage. The reality is, it's like that's going to happen. That's life. We're going to have people who die. We're going to have people who get sick. We're going to have people who hurt us or abuse us or use us. We're going to step into situations that are just damaging despite good intentions or bad intentions. And the reality is like we sit here on this crazy thing called the world. And we do this crazy experience called life. And none of us have the ability to make it perfect. It's not going to happen. We are not gods. And so when I learned to be okay with not being okay, it was a moment of clarity for me. There's a lot to be said for being okay with the present moment, even when the present moment feels like it sucks. And sometimes it does. You know what's different about today? Is that light at the end of the tunnel exists for me. And there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. I promise you that. Sometimes it takes switching your mindset around, or talking to a trusted person, or just time. But there is always something we can do and something we can learn from it and take away from it to make sure that we live a more full, a more grown, a more stable, a more wise, a more knowledgeable life. And we can share our experiences with other people. That's a valuable thing. That's something I hold dear to me, is when I can walk through something and share it with another person who's walking through something similar but doesn't understand what's coming. I can be there for that person in a very authentic way. There's value in that. And so, yeah, it's okay to not be okay. We are okay. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Bye.